Hello, we're just about to go into the second week of February and the weather has warmed up a little bit. Apparently this coming week is supposed to be lovely and warm, and even the nights we're not supposed to get any frost, so that's really good, especially down here, down in the south. So spring is definitely on its way, which is lovely because it just means we're going to be so busy in the garden doing all sorts of things. Now today I'm going to show you how I sow spinach. Now the variety of spinach I've got here today is called Trombone. I grew this last year and it grew really well. I started it off in the greenhouse and then I pricked out the little seedlings and I moved them into 3-inch pots, and then when the bed that they were in was ready, then I put them out into the ground and they grew really well. The chickens absolutely loved them and it was really nice. The leaves you can pick when they're quite small and then they go really well in a salad. So I've still got some left in the packet. So I'm going to use these up this year. Now you can successionally sow some of these. Just check, because some varieties of spinach go over the winter and then will come up the following year, and other varieties of spinach are just annuals. So this is an annual. You can overwinter it. It says you can sow it outdoors from January through to April, but I'm going to sow it inside to start with, because I'm a little overcautious, I think is the word. You then harvest this all the way through. It says if you sow it in January, you can start harvesting it in about March time. And yes, you can just trim it down and then some more will come up later on in the year, trim it down again, and it will just keep coming up for that 1 year. So let me show you how I sow my spinach. Now I've got a little seed tray here, and all I've done is I've just put some multi-purpose compost in it. Just level it off, and if there are any large chunks, then just remove them. Once it's level, then just give it a gentle pat down with the back of your hand like this. If your compost is very dry, then I would suggest watering it now. My compost is very wet because the bag has actually been outside, so I'm not going to water this now because it will get too wet. So just level it off, and if it's dry, give it a water. Wait for that water to go all the way through before you sow your seeds. Now I'm going to sow all of these seeds today, and there are the seeds of the spinach. It's nice sometimes just to have nice chunky seeds. Some things that you sow and the seeds are so tiny. So just sprinkle them all over the top of the compost. I am going to get all of these in. It doesn't matter if some of them are growing very close to each other, because when I prick it out, I won't do them individually, I'll do them in little clumps. So that's all of them, I think, yes. And all I'm going to do now is I am just going to sprinkle a little bit more compost over the top of them. You do tend to find, because these seeds are quite large, you do tend to find that plants that you can, or seeds that you can sow directly outside, tend to be slightly bigger and slightly more robust. There we go. So I'm just going to level that off gently, just like that. Don't pat it down, just leave it like that, nice and loose, so that the seedlings can very easily grow through them. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a label in, and then they'll be ready. Well, here they are. As you can see, I've put a label in them. I will keep these in the greenhouse. I'll put them on one of the black trays that I've got, and I won't put a propagator lid over the top of them. Because you can sow these directly outside in January, I don't think they will need it. They will be quite robust, and just in case it is a little bit cold, then they should be absolutely fine. If you do want to put a propagator lid, I'm trying to say that, propagator lid, over the top of them, then you can if you want to. It will just mean that your seeds will germinate just a tiny bit quicker. But I'm in no major hurry at the moment. So if they take a few days longer, then it doesn't bother me at all. So hopefully in about 10 days to 2 weeks maybe, these should start poking through the soil. But I will keep you updated on the progress of them, and every little step that I do with them, then I will show you. Well, I hope you are growing spinach today, whether it be for you or whether it be for your pets. Spinach is very good for you. It is very tasty. We do have this view that spinach is horrible, but it's not. It's really nice. I would suggest harvesting it when it's young and small, the leaves are small, and then it just lifts up a salad, and it's great stir-fried. My mum used to do it in the bottom of a quiche. I can't eat quiches now, which is such a shame because I do like quiches, but it was really nice. And I also find that if I do a casserole, it's nice. You want some green vegetables with it, and you can always stick some spinach in with it as well, which is lovely, very nice. So you feel slightly healthier with your dumplings. So anyway, I will keep you updated on the progress of the spinach, and I hope you found what I've shown you useful, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.